All right. Set that down there. All right. What is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless Wonder the Man, Lincoln Clay, and we are back for another live stream of Forza Motorsports on PC. Since the last time I streamed this game, I tried to practice a little bit, but it was not easy because the first time I streamed this game, I did not have the use of my pedals, and so I was using these secondary set of pedals as my throttle and my brake. And I originally thought that there was no settings options to map out my pedals, so I'll actually show you guys what I was looking at. Let me go into the settings here and show you guys what I was actually looking at. So over here in the settings, what you see across here, driving assist, accessibility, gameplay, and HUD, audio, basic video, all that stuff. I thought those were your only options, but I was stuck on stupid and finally got over here, or I could use my wheel, and made it over here to input. So I was finally able to map out my pedals. Originally, I had actually bought a set of RJ12 cables with the intentions of running the cables directly into my wheelbase, but I was able to map the pedals out, so I don't need the RJ12 cables, thank God, because I prefer to run the cables. I prefer to run the pedals directly into the PC. Because from what I'm understanding, the response is a little bit quicker. And then you have your advanced inputs right here, where I'm playing around with the sensitivities of the steering, dead zones, and that kind of stuff. Because this game does have, the physics on this game takes a little bit of getting used to. But one thing that I'm finding out with this game is that when you turn the wheel past a certain point, the force feedback just totally drops off, and the car goes into a slide or understeer, and it takes a little bit of getting used to. But also, after tinkering around, I also saw that it's also got a lot to do with the car you pick as well. So as far as the game itself, I did buy the car pack. My car's here.
Keep the cars you own.
See, these are the cars that I got from the pack that I bought. So, get that damn thing out of the way. So, let me see here. This 2018 Acura, which is a really nice looking car, that is the car that I kind of prefer to drive, but what I speak of about how the force feedback drops off once you turn the wheel past a certain point, I experience it the most with this car right here. The Audi, yeah, I haven't really dinked around with it that much. Let me see here. This Ford Focus, I have not tried it yet. I haven't tried a lot of these cars. Now, this Honda, this standard car that comes with the game, I kind of like this car, this Honda Civic. A lot of people don't care for it, especially with it being a front-wheel drive car, but I actually kind of like it. I feel like the physics are a little bit more honest to you, whereas that Acura, the physics, the force feedback is a little bit deceiving. You go in thinking you can crank the wheel all the way over, but if you do, then again you get that massive drop in force feedback. Out of the GT3 cars that I've tried, this 2018 Porsche down here, I probably experienced a lot less of the force feedback drop off that I spoke of. So let's actually find a racing session to get into. Let's go race. Go to featured multiplayer. Now, if you see there, I got 296,000 credits, so I have been playing this game a little bit. The GT3 cars range at about around between 300,000 and 350,000 credits. Um, and I can't decide whether I'm probably going to end up buying the Corvette next. Now, being that I've already got a Porsche, I'm probably going to get the Corvette next, and then go from there. You know, I've got the Acura, so I bought that with real money as part of a car pack, and I got a Porsche, and I got an Audi, so I don't have to worry about those cars. So the Corvette will probably be next. Safety rating update. Congratulations on earning an S safety ratings. We appreciate you following proper race etiquette and look forward to seeing you back on the track. Keep it up. I will say this about this game now. Well, while it's true that this game has a reputation for having dirty drivers on it, I understand now why it's so much bumper cars in this game. One thing that I've noticed about this game is that it seems like the cars seem wide and the track seems narrow, so that doesn't leave a lot of room to try to overtake. And then if you're going up against somebody that's using a controller, they're flicking the car all over the place. They're not actually steering the car. They're just using the thumbstick to just flick it left or flick it right. So there's bound to be some wrecks. Versus the races on GT7, they're just as dirty over there, if not dirtier. But what kind of bugs me about the GT7 races is how some people present these races over there as if it's the cream of the crop, but it's a lot of dirty racing going on over there. But hey, it is what it is. So before we jump into one of these races, I think the last thing that I'm going to say is now that I've got my pedals mapped out on Forza, it feels it feels good to have a lot of variety. Even though this isn't in VR, I really wish it was in VR, because I can tell you right now that the night races look gorgeous on this game. And if this game had VR support, I would, for the most part, probably do all my races on Forza, just for the simple fact of how gorgeous these night races look. It wouldn't even be about competition or winning any races. It'd be about the visuals. So let's go ahead and jump into an event. Oh yeah, and this is the full layout of Nürburgring. I don't like some of these different variations. Oh my God, this isn't a GT3 race. So let me go back. Here we go. Wait a minute, we're back to this? I do not want to do these type of races. Forza GT series. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. I hate how using the mouse. Oh, this is a straight oval. Road America. I'm not terribly familiar with that. Race starts at 9:50 a.m. and then the Nürburgring, that's the race that I really want to do. That starts at 10:30. What's the E series? Ends in 4 days. Maple Valley. Oh, that's Silverstone. This is only a partial circuit. I don't like that. So I will not be entering that. No, road cars. I need a GT3. Let's see what we got. Oh, and it's raining in that race. I don't want to go there. This again. It's raining there. Let's see what this Road America race looks like. It's a full circuit. You can't go in there. What do we got for this Mugello? Looks like it's gonna have to be this race then. All right, let's go with the Porsche. Okay, so this seems to be a fixed BOP. When I got my first Xbox and I got the Xbox Live kit, you had to go to your local video game store or a Myers. I don't know if Target and Walmart was around back then, but in any case, you go to the store, you buy the Xbox Live starter kit, and basically it came with a starter disc to download all the software so you could use your headset.
Don't drive side by side for any extended amount of time, especially entering turns. You never know when the grip could just disappear. Stay focused and watch for other cars.
So it, in addition to this disc that came that you download to start up the Xbox Live, it also had MotoGP on it, and I played that game to death. And I think it might have been the first racing game I ever played online. So it was a motorcycle racing game because that's what MotoGP is. And Mugello was always my favorite track. So here we are. I think this might be my first time doing Mugello in a race car. So let's get a little bit of practice. We'll do a couple of laps practice and then we'll qualify. Also, hey, how much time you lose from how long the screen takes to load. This game does have this issue, so make no mistake about it. You have got to be fucking kidding me. Oh, oh my God, I get tired of this shit. My pedals didn't kick in. Why is it not saving this shit?
Till restart.
Oh my God. Here we go. Oh shit! What the? I actually lost my pedals for a second. Oh! I'm looking for the brake markers. I'm looking at the brake markers and trying not to even use the drive lines because it embarrasses me that I even have to use those. Oh, this game definitely needs some patches too, because as you can see, there's some parts of the track that just disappears for no reason. Look how much stuff is popping in and out. Look at this shit. Let me stop right here. That's the stuff that, like, they definitely got to fix that. Because sections, let me go and start trying to get a qualifying lap in. Yeah, sections of the track disappeared. That's one of my biggest gripes with the game right there. The other gripe that I have with the game is the trail braking doesn't seem to work. Damn it, once again, I'm looking for the brake markers. You know what? I gotta, as much as I hate to do it, I gotta start relying on the driving assist lines. Because with all the pop-ins and pop-outs happening, sometimes I see a brake marker, sometimes I don't. Look at that crazy shit right there. Pieces of the track disappearing. I'll never be able to be 100% aggressive until they fix this shit. This poor optimization. I'm running a 4090. There's no reason I should be seeing this shit. I would prefer to use the cockpit view, but because of the physics of this game, I have to go with the hood view. And for all the shit that I'm complaining about, I still like this game. Graphically, I'm going to say that I think GT7 might be a little bit better graphically, but the environment, it's give or take. The cars, I think the cars look better on GT7 as far as from the outside, because like during the daytime, the sun definitely reflects better off the cars on GT7, but night, Forza. Something else that's happening to me with these races is, it's almost like the car is putting me on a pit limiter state when the flag drops, and it takes a couple of seconds for the car to kick in and go. So I'm not understanding that either. So this game definitely still has a lot of bugs that need to be worked out. So you could say that this game should have been delayed, but I think there's so many things wrong with this game that they could have delayed this game another year and it still would have had bugs. Oh shit, don't tell me it crashed on me. Oh boy.
Kwaski.
Yeah, the game crashed.
Said. Morning Link.
Hey Kwaski.
VR. Said. Hey at Lincoln Clay VR, got your pedals sorted? LOL, what's going on with the black patches on the track?
I don't
Kwaski
get.
Said. The pop-outs are crazy.
Yeah, the pop-outs are horrible. Let me see here. In it also the game. I'll fire the game up here in a second, but also the game blocked out all your comments. Your comments are just now coming through. So I might have to put a window up in the upper corner so I can see it. Just a second. So I'm gonna pop out a window. Let's pop out the chat, and then we will fire the game up again, and then leave the pop-up in the corner, although that could be a little bit distracting. Alright, let's fire up the game again.
HamVR said, if the game has a borderless windowed mode, pick that. Maybe full screen mode is taking over.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, we'll check that out as soon as the game loads up. Yeah. I mean, despite all the bullshit that, like, the black patches in the road, the shit not saving my pedal settings and all that good stuff, I still somewhat like this game, even with the funny-ass force feedback that drops off for no reason. But as I was going to say before this game crashed, that even this game, you could easily say this game needed to go back into the oven. But if this game needed to go back into the oven, I would say this game would have needed to go back into the oven for at least a year. And even then, knowing how Microsoft moves, this game still would have came out with a lot of bugs. Alright, let's go to settings. Basic video. Nvidia DLSS, that's off. It doesn't make any sense. With this game, it doesn't. I've run benchmarks. I've got everything turned all the way up, ultra, whatever. But it doesn't matter because the game won't let you run over 60 frames per second in an online race in order to keep everything fair. Car detail, scene detail, post-processing, performance, benchmark, basic video, display full screen on. Okay. Okay, let's see how that works. So I took it out of full screen. Oh, you know what? Let me put my settings in here because this idiot game may not do it for me. Inputs, okay. Inputs, we're good to go. Alright, let's try this again and go find a race. Oh, you know what? Here. Whoops. So I took it out of full screen mode, so hopefully if you guys make a comment, I can hear it this time. Let's go back to the GT. Oh, the race I was about to join is pretty much done, so I'd have to go to something else. What do we got here? The next race starts at 10:40. So I want to look for the next available race, this GT3 race.
MVR said, testing 123.
Thank you, testing 123.
Awesome.
I hear you.
Said, how's the competition in Forza? Dirty drivers, clean drivers, or a toss-up?
It's hard for me to say because, like, this is only the second time that I've gone into a multiplayer race. The first time I went into a multiplayer race was with my friend Boris. He had a private session set up, so everybody understands the rules in there. So the race that I was in with Boris, everybody raced cleanly. So it's hard for me to tell you guys right now who's the dirtiest racers, the GT7 racers or the Forza. But I will say that one thing that I've noticed about Forza is that the cars seem wider, and the track seems a little more narrow. So there's definitely going to be some bumper cars going on. And secondly, I think you're also dealing with people that are using controllers that instead of actually steering the car, they're flicking the stick, flicking it left, flicking it right, and making the car twitchy. So I think you're dealing with that too. Oh, let's go ahead and do this race right here, because it's at midnight, so you guys can see how gorgeous these night races look. Let's go ahead and do it. So these are my cars that I have that I bought from the pack. So I've got this beautiful NSX, but I do not like the way the car handles. You turn the wheel only so far, and the force feedback just drops off, and the wheel just cranks over. That's not a big fan of that. This Porsche, the force feedback doesn't drop off as much, but that back end is unstable, just like the Porsche on ACC. The back end is kind of unstable, and I think that has to do with the car being mid-engine. But we are going to go with this car. And this is fixed BOP, it appears. I do have an S safety rating on this game, though. Because I may not be the fastest, but I try to race clean. So we'll do a couple of laps to get familiar with it. Because I see with qualifying, the game only lets you do like 2 or 3 laps, and then it brings you in, and then you have to go back out and try it again. So it appears to be best to go out and practice first and get a feel for the track and then qualify. These loading times take forever too. And I don't know if that's because of me having it on an external hard drive or just poor optimization.
It can be a distracting concrete canyon down Hakone's front straight, past the grandstands, press boxes, and luxury suites. So focus on finding a car to draft behind to increase your acceleration.
Let's go. I mean, at times this game looks just as beautiful as GT7. But the night races are just undeniable. You know what? I should have picked a different car so you guys could have seen the ray tracing, because that Porsche has scoops in the center of the hood. I don't know if the ray tracing is real on this game or not, but it's undeniable that the ray tracing, the lights, all that stuff looks better than GT7, because a race at midnight on GT7 is pitch black. The only lights come from the cars themselves. The track lights, they're either no track lights or they're not turned on, whereas the night races on Forza looks like a carnival. I mean, the whole thing is just lit up. It's gorgeous at night. Look at this shit. A loading screen is taking more than a minute. I mean, this is awful. And I blame that on, I think anybody who's under Microsoft's umbrella, I'm not going to say that they're terrible developers, but I think Microsoft micromanages them and makes them cut out any little thing that might, that they think might save them a couple of dollars. I mean, GT7 doesn't take this long. I mean, what have we been waiting? This screen's been loading for 2 minutes. So, I don't know. At some point, I might move this game over to my M.2 drive and see if that helps. Jeez. We're going on 3 minutes. A 3-minute loading screen for an online race? Are you kidding me? I mean, this is absolutely atrocious. Come on. Yeah, I'm stuck in a pickle. You know what? I think this game's going to crash again. You know what? I think I'm going to reboot this game and do a couple of single player races. This is just unbelievable. Oh, you know what? Now here come your guys' comments.
Kwaski said, AHH gotcha. Kwaski said, this is longer than PS3 load times.
You know what I think might have been happening in this? I think this might point to the poor optimizations. I think the comments going through might have jammed up the loading times. That's still crazy though. That's wild. So Ham's comment came through. Testing 1, 2, 3.
MVR said, "Is this running off a M.2 drive?"
No, it's not. It is running off of my Seagate external hard drive. So when I get a minute, it looks like I'm going to have to move it to an M.2 drive. But that's going to, I think that would take a while because this game is 120 gigs. So I slid this over a little bit. That way I can click back and forth between the game and you guys to see who's commenting. Know what? I'm going to use this Porsche right here. Well, I could use the Acura because I want to show you guys how beautiful. I did this before. I want to show you guys how beautiful these night races. God damn it, this mouse. I want to show you guys how beautiful these night races look. Yeah, we could do Spa. Let's do a midnight race. Let's see how beautiful these night races. Oh my God, I forgot to pick clear for the weather.
Said, "Woof.
Okay.
Yet external hard drive are typically really bad for running games. Maybe changing the graphics settings caused the shaders to be rebuilt."
I would agree with you, but one thing that's undeniable, I noticed that as soon as you guys started commenting, that the game took forever to load. I mean, the loading times are kind of bad, but normally not this bad. Oh, the track is glazed. Oh shit! I'll still run the race anyway, just so you guys can see how beautiful this shit look at night. Well, there's a black piece of the track right there.
The good news here at Spa is that they laid new asphalt that added a ton more grip, which should give you the opportunity to really push the car out there.
Hopefully it'll let me start the race on time. I mean, what I mean by that is that while the other cars are taking off on me, it feels like my car is stuck on the pit limiter. And then it'll suddenly release and then I can start driving. I don't get it. Come on. When I leave to go pick up my son, I'll transfer this game over to the M.2 drive. But I didn't think I would use it this much.
MVR
God damn it!
said, "Also is process lasso set up to run this game on the right boards?"
Yes. And it won't save my fucking pedal settings. I have to go do this shit again. That shit's getting annoying. Oh shit. Hello. I'm gonna have to go in and turn down the in-game settings because it's pretty damn loud. You know what's crazy? The AI will ram you on this game. Look at that ray tracing right there, the car in front of me. Look at that, my headlights are reflecting off the back of that car. That's crazy.
One more. Finish strong.
God damn it. Look at my hood. Pop-ins everywhere again. Yeah, and trail braking doesn't seem to work on this game either. At least not the way I trail brake at ACC. From what I'm seeing, the only way the trail braking works is you gotta apply the brakes before you get to the corner. Look at the reflection on the hood. It's got the names of my Xbox friends. You see Boris's name up there. So yeah, I gotta pick up my son in a couple hours, and I'll move everything to an M.2 drive. I really didn't think I would, despite all the things that's wrong with this game, I didn't think I would like it as much as I do. And I think one of the reasons why I like it is because I already understand what I'm getting into when I come into this game. I already understand that I'm going to be dealing with dirty drivers. I know how Microsoft develops games. I mean, it should be called Bugsoft. Already understood that, but I think yeah, the pop-ups and the black sections on these tracks is I kind of feel like that's unacceptable. Oh, this race is in dense fog. I've never tried this track before, so let's see what happens. Damn, come to think of it, with ACC, I don't think I've ever seen a race in the fog before on ACC. I mean, the closest you'll see a fog on ACC is a wet race from the mist spraying up everywhere. But outright fog, no, I don't think I've ever seen that on ACC. I'm not even terribly sure I've seen that on GT7. Oh, another night race. Oh my goodness.
Track temps can reach over 130 degrees here on a hot, humid day, which may reduce your tire's grip around this road course during the race.
All right. Even though I don't know this race, my force feedback is still turned up enough that that I do feel like I got to put these gloves on. Oh, you know what? I forgot to turn down the in-game volume. See, look at this right here. There we go. Yeah, and the AI will knock you out of the way with no hesitation. Oh, that fog. Oh, I hit reverse. Car sound? I think this game sounds better than GT7. I think the cars, um, I think the cars have more growl to it than GT7. I mean, some of the cars on GT7 sound like a vacuum cleaner. I think I do a couple of more single races and then I can go buy that Corvette. The American junk. American muscle. I mean, right there, that shot right there is beautiful. The car looked beautiful.
MVR said, American muscle.
American muscle. How much do I need? I think I need 325,000. Oh, Suzuka, let's do this. It's light rain, but let's do this. I love Suzuka. It looks like it's the full circuit. Yep, it is. Let's do this. So I think after this race, I got to figure out what the hell's going on with these starts, though. Because you guys saw it that last race. It was almost like the game put a pit limiter on me. And then, like, I don't know, after a couple of seconds, it released me. I don't know what's going on with that. I'll have to figure that out. Right here, I think this right here looks a little more realistic.
Suzuka's circuit features a unique figure-8 layout from its original 1962 design. So right after you rock it under the track overpass, prepare for a heavy braking zone into a hairpin.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Light rain, so oh, turn one is a bank on this. I can feel the car like sliding. Come on, Lambo, move. Let's go. And for you GT7 people, I will do a stream later on today. It'll be a Group 4 race at Monza. Because I'm not, like, that Grand Valley and Trial Mountain, I see that shit way too much. And I'm not a fan of those tracks either. Watkins Glen, it's a partial circuit. I wish it was the full circuit, but let's go. As I said, 1 or 2 more races and we can go buy the American junk. Yeah, at this point, as much as I hate to admit it, I'll have to keep using the drive assist because with these pop-ins, I don't know if I'm going to see a brake marker when I get to the corner or not.
The Glen is one of North America's classic motorsports venues, built in 1958 after a decade of local racing on closed public roads following World War II.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's going to take a minute to get used to this because I've never raced Watkins Glen on a short circuit. Come on, kick in. Oh, I get it. The sound isn't there. More problems. The sound wasn't in sync. Look at that reflection right there on the car hood. It is. But I think the game's got a lot of potential, though. I mean, the pop-ins are absolutely atrocious on this game. Yeah, this game is absolutely buggy. Pop-ins, audio's out of sync. So for the longest, I thought I was stuck on the pit limiter. And what I saw was I got out the blocks just like everybody else, but the sound, the audio still had me in first gear. So, but that goes back to what I was saying, that this is a to me, this is a Microsoft thing.
Said, hopefully the bugs get fixed as it looks fairly decent.
I think it's a really good looking game, and I'm really impressed with the ray tracing on here, the night racing, the wet racing. I think it all looks good. And even the physics, it takes some getting used to, but the physics and the force feedback don't feel terrible to me. It's just like the pop-ins is the most annoying part of this shit. There it is. I think I got enough to buy a car. Plus the extra 35,000 credits. Mid-Ohio, I don't know nothing about that, so I'm going to pull out. Pause. So I can go buy the American junk. Yeah. You know, and I dare say it again, that I think the night races on this game is the best I've ever seen on any sim. It just, it looked realistic. It may not necessarily, to me, have the sharpest picture, but I think it looks the most realistic. And shit is just like lit up like a carnival. Here we go. Oh, right there. Come on now. Damn it. Let's get the American junk. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, let's go back and try it out. Let's do a race at my beloved Circuit de la Sarthe. Track layout, we are going, no. We are going full circuit with the chicanes. Time of day, morning. Let's do sunset, clear. I want clear weather. Let's go. Let's go with the American junk. With the American muscle. Thought I lost sound for a second.
The two chicanes in the Mulsanne Straight were installed to lower everyone's overall straight line speed, but neither will ruin your lap times if you focus on your entry point so you can exit quickly.
Let's go! Yep, sorry about the super long loading time, folks. Again, when I leave to go pick up my son here in a couple of hours, I'm going to set the computer to move the game over to one of my M.2 drives. I think I got 4 SSDs on this computer, 2 M.2 drives and 2 SATA SSDs. And all of them are faster than this Seagate external. Now there it is, the audio finally caught up to what I was doing. Oh, look at that. But look at that reflection on the hood though. Look at those pop-outs on the trees. And the audio hasn't caught up either. American muscle. Look at the hood of the car though, the ray tracing.
This may be one of the first times that I have seen a game pop out details as they get closer versus popping them in LOL.
I'll have to come back to that. I got the audio, the game audio turned up so loud I couldn't make up everything you said.
MVR said, I wonder if the missing road surface is related to your external drive.
That's a good question.
Going back to disk to load some textures as you drive around the larger tracks and can't keep up.
Yeah, but again, you make a great point, and I'm going to move it to one of the M.2 drives after this stream.
I think you've got a point there, Pam.
Yeah, I'll come back to that, Kwaski. I'm sorry.
Let's go.
Well, this time the trees aren't popping out the way they were last time. But in the meantime, American muscle. American muscle. Take the fourth. You know what? One track I don't think I've seen on this game yet is Monza. But if they don't have it, I'm sure they'll get it at some point. Hey, and I didn't scratch it up too much either. But I think I'm gonna put some different wheels on this car if it lets me do it. I'm gonna put a different set of wheels on here. The wheels are the only thing I don't like about this car. Tire width, okay. All right, Watkins Glen looks like the full circuit. What do we got for weather? It's a night race. It's 10 p.m. local time. Weather is thunderclouds. Let's go. I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Let's go. Okay, Kowalski, you said this may be one of the first times that I've seen a game pop out details as they get closer versus popping them out. Yeah. And Ham, you said, I wonder if the missing roll surface is related to the external drive. It could be going back to disk to load some texture as you drive around larger tracks and can't keep up. I think that's an excellent point, Ham. And again, after this stream is over, I will move this game over to one of my M.2 drives.
Super competitive field out there today. No one's going to willingly leave the race line, so be prepared to drive offline to overtake.
At least she warned me. So yeah, I noticed that my launch is fine. It's that the audio's not in sync with you know, with what you're seeing, cause it still got me in first gear, like the rev limiter is on. Let's go. Oh, look at that. I bought this from the Microsoft store. Yeah, look at those reflections.
Said, damn. Watkins Glen at night. I wish more Sims would light up night tracks even if they aren't.
Yeah, look at that, man. This is beautiful.
Watsky.
Look how lit up it is.
One more lap.
Nice.
Look at the hood of my car.
said. Yeah, looks good. MVR.
Total
said,
time penalty is about a second.
Someone has been busy polishing your hood.
I'll have to check that in a second. Even in the reflections on my hood, you can see the scratches in the car in front of me. You can see his scratches on my hood.
MVR said, it's very shiny.
Oh yeah. And as I was saying about the other sims, GT7, ACC, Automobilista 2, all those, the night races are pitch black. It is not, the only lights you see is coming from the cars themselves. The track, there's no track lights, none of that stuff. This game, the night races are lit up like a carnival. So, surprisingly, the game does not use up as much VRAM as I thought it would. I've got everything cranked up to the max on this game, and it's only using up like 6 gigs of VRAM. You know, I did a benchmark, and it runs with everything cranked up, 4K everything. It averaged about 92 frames per second, and considering how much lighting and reflections and ray tracing is used in this game, I think that's impressive. But when you go online, it limits your frame rate to 60 frames per second, I think, in order to keep the crossplay equal, to keep it fair. Oh, let's do this one. We got the full oval. This one is at 6 in the morning, so it may be sunrise. That last one was supposed to be my last one, but I don't, you know, I won't do this one. I said just the biggest shame about this game, in my opinion, is that it doesn't have VR support. I'm hoping that because of how things played out with Microsoft Flight Simulator, that somewhere down the line this game will get VR support.
Yeah, Sims should definitely take a little more liberties with track detail, lighting, and etc. even if it's not realistic.
Look how lit up this is. So yeah, it's sunrise.
The Brickyard was originally 2.5 miles of teeth-rattling bricks, but was eventually resurfaced in smooth asphalt, leaving the iconic brick start-finish line.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh, there's a black missing section. Another one. Whoa, shit! Whoa! The whole track, what the fuck?
LMAO. Just chorus. Said, welcome to PC version Forza LOL. MVR. Said, this really is a night race. Just chorus. Said, bugged a little.
Boris, I will, yeah, it's bugged. I get it. But I will say that after this race is over, I'm on an external, a Seagate external, what's the word I'm looking for? The old SATA drives or whatever. After this race, after this stream is over, I'm going to move this game over to one of my M.2 drives, and hopefully we won't see that kind of shit. But that's too bad though, because that night race was beautiful. There was and I was getting into a groove too. Oh, and Boris, if you're still watching, what ended up happening is, in the settings, I did not scroll over far enough to find the inputs.
Said, I'm on AM.2 and still does it.
Oh, you're on the M.2? Oh my god, okay. Oh, so you got the game on both PC and Xbox. So what about the Xbox version? Do you get all this? Do you get all these black sections on the Xbox version? These load screens taking forever as well. I'm still gonna move it to the M.2 regardless.
Just chorus. Said, Xbox more stable.
Okay. I mean,
Just chorus. Said, would rather be on PC as better graphics but can't stand the bugs.
Agreed. American muscle. Here, damn it, I want to do one more race. I can't believe I'm sitting here saying one more race, and I'm still doing another race. Especially these load times don't help either.
Just Horace said, right, have a good one. Need to go get dinner.
All right, thanks for popping in, Boris. I'll look for you on your next stream. Appreciate it. Now that I got this pedal thing solved, I hope to jump in some more private matches with you. Thanks for inviting me to the last one. Really appreciate it. See here, which one will we do? You know what?
MVR said, someone on Steam forum says turning graphics setting of auto helps, whatever that means. MVR said, is there's auto somewhere in video settings?
Give me a second, I'll check. clear sunset, accept all. So setting it to auto, I think there might be an auto settings. I can't remember if it's in the advanced settings or not. But yeah, we'll go in there and do it. See what happens.
You're about to enjoy the thrill of racing Silverstone's Maggots-Beggots Chapel segments, which are one of the fastest, most famous stretches of track in all of motorsports. So don't let off the throttle.
The American junk on an English track. Dynamic optimization. I wonder if that's what they mean by auto.
MVR said, might be dynamic resolution.
That's what I'm starting to
That
think.
could have issues.
All right, let's go back to that. So it's saying I gotta exit the race in order for this stuff to take effect. And then let me go back into the settings to double check that it's been saved. And how is this happening to Voltron? It's a superior piece of machinery. Circuits clear, accept all. Let's go. On ACC, there's a section on Silverstone that is like bumpy as hell. I feel it. I see it. And I think that's the part of the track that causes a lot of porpoising in F1. Oh! Oh! Too much American muscle. Look at that pop out, my God. Oh yeah, the audio's out of sync. The audio on that McLaren kicked in like a second or two after I caught up to it.
Final lap. You got this.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna start turning the difficulty up because the back half of these cars are too slow. Some of them will try to push you out of the way. All that bullshit. Oh, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close shop so I can start the process of moving this game over to one of the M.2 drives. I'd like to come back and try this later, but I think I got to give the GT7 audience something. So that would probably be the next next stream coming up later on today. Damn, but I've been streaming almost 2 hours. So I guess we'll go ahead and plan for a GT7 stream later on today. And when I see everybody then, I'll let you guys know what happened after I moved Forza over to the M.2 drive and see if that resolved some of the pop-ins and black sections that are showing up on screen. You know, the potential for this game is there. You know, yeah, definitely needed. It's got bugs, it's got issues. It needed more time in the oven, but you know, it's all right. And then we definitely gotta get past those online issues. But all in all, you know, I had fun. So I know what I'm getting into dealing with Forza people. So I mean, you might hear a little quip out of me here and there, but you probably won't see too many explosions because I know what I'm dealing with. Whereas ACC, these are supposed to be the best drivers in the world, and they're supposed to have some kind of etiquette to them. So when that happens, I blow up over on ACC. But that's going to do it for me, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. We'll see you guys later on today, more than likely on GT7. So until then, you all know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king, and deuces. We'll see everybody. Have a good one.